Hello, part two of the Sevendust album releases, top three songs from each record. In part one, we left off right here, Southside Double Wide, their acoustic live version. So now, Clint Lowry, guitar player, songwriter, a lot of vocals, leaves the band to go join Dark New Day with his brother Corey. If you haven't heard that Dark New Day record, their debut, that's really good. So I'd recommend go out and get that. Um, they have a song called Brother on there, which, yeah, sounds like a Sevendust song. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting that one. So here we are, 2005. Sonny Mayo, who was in Snot, comes in to replace Clint Lowry. And on this record, I think you're going to see more writing from the other guys. I think John Connolly, his writing steps up here. You see more from Morgan, Lejean, Vinny, and you start hearing more vocals from John as well, which I think is cool. And the screaming from Morgan Rose definitely starts to peak in this record and really the next one, I would say, and just kind of becomes signature Sevendust sound. When this one came up, I was in college in Washington. MySpace was popular, and so Ugly was released on their MySpace page. I listened to that all kinds of time when I was working. There's downtime, I go to MySpace and log into that song. And I think Pieces was the second song they released, or it might have been Hero. It was one of the two, but listen to those songs quite a bit. Overall, record's good. Those three songs, Pieces I didn't love right away. Hero I did. The drumming, the energy. I remember just jogging on the treadmill, jogging to the beat of the drums. And so that, yeah, still sticks with me. AFI Miss Murder was the other one because it has like a pretty signature drum sequence. And so I'd have those songs back to back in the playlist. But yeah, Ugly, not as heavy as Hero, but there's some screaming in there, relationship stuff. This has just been a concert staple and one of the heavier songs. So if Sevendust is going to play with a band that has more of a heavy catalog than they do, Pieces is going to be in the set list. Absolutely. Silence is cool. Failure I like a lot. This is more, probably could be like a radio type single. You hear John singing on there, which is really cool. And then I would say Desertion. That's the other song that I think is very catchy. But my top three, let's just get to it. My top three are going to be Hero, Ugly, and then Pieces has just grown on me over the years, especially with me getting more into heavy music. So these are going to be my top three songs. But check out Next. It's a good record. I kind of thought it was cool for a minute. I get Sevendust and then I get Clint over there in Dark New Days. So I had, these two albums that are coming out and I really liked both of them. So then the second release that Sevendust puts out minus Clint Lowry is Alpha. This one comes out in 2007. So they're kind of like every 2 years they're releasing a new studio album. I love this record. This is my favorite Sevendust album for a while there. Don't really skip any songs. I don't think I skip any, so I'm taking this one if I'm going to be stuck somewhere. The lead single was Driven. The track listing's messed up here because Driven slid right after Feed, I believe. So I don't know why it's number 12. Cool beat, energy, dig that song. And then the album closer, Alpha, is like Pieces. I didn't love it originally. Probably was too heavy for me at the time, but that one's really grown on me too. So I've been playing that one a lot. Absolutely on that more, that set list where I need to like dig deep physically. But this song, Burn, it's their longest song to date. And I just like the journey of it. You're going to get some piano, some acoustic guitar, and then it gets heavy and like the scream of like wash it away. And so that's a cool song. I wish I would have seen them play it in concert because I saw them on this tour, the prior tour. I think I saw them from the Animosity tour all the way up through the next album. And I never heard them play that song, but I wish that they did. Confession of Hatred has a cool breakdown in it. Or excuse me, it's Beg to Differ has the cool breakdown, but I like all these songs. Maybe Story of Your Life was the one that didn't grab me right away, but it has grown on me. Anyways, I digress. Top three songs on this record is going to be Burn number 1, then I'm going Driven, and then Alpha. So yeah, check this one out. I highly recommend this one. It's nice and heavy. And then we have one more record from Sevendust that comes out without Clint. But I think Clint rejoined the band as this one's getting ready to come out. And so Clint was on tour with them for this record. So this is Chapter 7, Hope and Sorrow. You get a little bonus track version, which is the one that I bought. And yeah, you get some guests. Mark Tremonti has a guitar solo in here, cool solo. You get this ballad with Chris Daughtry, so LeJean and Chris together, and then this one, like I'd say like mid-tempo but feeling song called Sorrow with LeJean, and then Miles comes in and they like rotate in verses. So that's gonna be my number one song on here, is Sorrow with Miles Kennedy. Dig Miles Kennedy from Alter Bridge, and then he's the singer with Slash and the Conspirators with Miles Kennedy. So they've done 4 or 5 records together. Yeah, Miles is super talented. Walk Away is a cool one. Real good energy on this one. Again, it's another relationship. Why am I the one that has to walk away? And the album opener, Inside, is super cool because it's quiet, it's building, and then it just hits, and you kind of have this like da 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 da, which that's always been one of my favorites here. But yeah, top 3 songs here. We're gonna go Sorrow, Inside, and I'm gonna go Walk Away. Top 3 songs on this one. So yeah, now let's do one more record. So Clint is back in the band now, and you just can tell when Cold Day Memory comes out, he just has infused this different energy. But back with the squad, the songwriting just has more depth to it, and yeah, this album is fantastic. Top to bottom, fantastic. There's no skip songs on here. Unraveling was the first song their single, I think, or it was Forever, but Unraveling was more the radio friendly type song. I like it. I dig that song. It's probably one of the ones I listened to the most in the beginning. But you have Splinter, this album opener. You get Clint singing the aggressive vocals, which we'll see in the next records. More of that coming from Clint. So you have Clint doing aggressive vocals. You have Morgan screaming, LJ, John, these other guys singing. So the vocal harmonies and back and forth just gets more and more refined as we go. I really like End Is Coming. That's going to be my number one song here. And Clint did a side project called Call Me No One. He's got Morgan drumming on it. And so the opener to Call Me No One is The Whole World Is Dead. And I can tell he wrote The End Is Coming, and The Whole World Is Dead was going to be the next song. So I just think he split it between 2 projects because maybe it didn't make the cut for Sevendust, The Whole World Is Dead. So that's just another cool fact of me just nerding out on Sevendust. But End Is Coming, powerful, just thugging, Sevendust sound, classic. Again, like the harmonies, like the drumming, all of it, the bass work from Vinny. And then my next song is going to be Splinter. Again, this is going to be one of their heavier songs in that concert playlist with pieces, with Alpha. Good guitar work in here, nice solo. I like the growling from Clint. Those rough vocals, they pair well with what LeJean's doing. And then you got Morgan doing stuff underneath it, John singing in there. And then my third song, which is tough because I like so many here, is going to be Karma. This one, I just think it's unique, and then they did an acoustic version of it later, but definitely go out and buy this one. There's not a bad song on here. So, all right, that was part 2 of our top 3 songs from Sevendust, and let's just do a little recap. We have Splinter, The End Is Coming, and Karma from Cold Day Memory. All right, y'all, we'll get another part 3 out later today or maybe tomorrow.